Good evening, this is your Psychic LG reporting from the United Kingdom. Is anybody there? Knock once for yes, twice for no. Hello, hello, hello. It is 11:03 p.m. UK time, heading towards the witching hour, and we are going to delve deep tonight. We are going to look into the looking glass. Good evening, everybody. I believe I'm live on YouTube. Good evening, Twitchers. How are yous all doing? How are yous all doing? I'll explain why I didn't come back on Twitch through the week, because I'm starting to do more afternoons on Twitch. I had to take my cat back to the vets, guys. Oh my God, little Zizi, she's got eczema. She's got eczema and urticaria and dermatitis. She's sitting here with a little pink collar on. God bless her. And thank you, big thank you to Anna. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your surname properly. Manuel. From down south in the UK. Who sent us the most amazing frankincense myrrh, which is raw. Which is safe to burn around cats and kids and all of that type of thing. And I've been burning that, and it's really helped Zizi. So, you know what animals are like, and you know what I'm like with my animals. They're like my little fur babies. But she's a lot better today, and I'm back. I think she's just coming out in sympathy with me. I really do. But I got this amazing spray, guys, and I'll show you it. Give us 2 minutes. Not that I'm endorsing it or anything. I took it back to the vets, and I mean, it's so expensive when you take them to the vets, you know, steroid injections and God knows what, and antibiotic blinking injections and creams, and it's, you know, you never see a poor vet. Anyway, I got this off Amazon, and it's Pet's Purist Wound Skin Care. You didn't see it? It was only a couple of quid. And it's got really good reviews. One of my lovely client friends, Andrea, who's in the States, she said, oh no, get this that similar thing what you have over there in the States, like an antiseptic spray for cats and horses and dogs. Anyway, I got this. It had a good reviews, and it's nearly cleared it up, guys. It's like magic. So she doesn't like the ch-ch, you know, like when you spray it. But I just thought I would tell you about that. So apparently my cat, according to the vet, is producing too much histamine. Can you believe that? Too much histamine. I think they'll correct themselves, because the other one's being a little tinker as well, when they get spayed, because they're trying to get out at the minute. I've got a garden full of toms. Somebody said if you put pepper down, it keeps them away. But I've got a garden full of toms, and the toms are fighting outside all the time. We've got TC, the big alley cat, what keeps coming around. He actually tried to get into the house the other night, and I shooed him away. He's just trying to get his paws onto my little diva queens, but it's not going to happen. But anyway, guys, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever you all are around the world. I'm back. And I'm still going, but don't forget to subscribe to Twitch, because I'm going to be doing a lot of afternoon shows on there. So it would be like sort of morning coffee for people who are in the States and that, depending where you are around the world. And it just means you get more of me, where I'll just randomly come on. But yeah, it's been one of them weeks where I've had her backwards and forwards. And of course, to send her out of the vet, you know, with them big hard plastic cone things on, and she wouldn't move. She wouldn't move. She wouldn't walk. She was depressed. She had a head to the floor. and I was really, really worried. And I trimmed it down. It was the smallest one I got from the vets. And she couldn't even reach, because she's so tiny. She's not like, Nala's quite big compared to her. And she couldn't even reach her food bowl, bless her. But if I took the collar off, she was running around the house like a mad Marche. She was just really fast, getting on top of cupboards where I couldn't get a hold of her. And plucking all her fur out. Really, really worried. But since I've been burning the frankincense, she's calmed down a lot. She's had some Reiki and some clearing done. This cheap spray from Amazon has seemed to have done the trick. It's nearly cleared it up. You want to see the reviews on it. It's called Pet Purist. Amazing reviews. But anyway, she's a lot better now, and she's getting there. Yeah, I think she was freaking out. She definitely was freaking out. So I binned them horrible plastic cones, and I got her this lovely thing. I don't know if you can see. I'll try and turn this around without knocking off the stream. So there she is there, guys. Can you see her? And she's got like this little pink thing on where you can bend it over. And she's really, really happy. She's got like a little sore there. She's got them all the way round her neck. But she's doing really well, and it's clearing up now. But as you can see, she's really tiny compared, really small, compared to the other one. No doubt you'll see her soon. She's really petite, this one. But you know, they're like kids that will have their own personalities. And so my situation... It's just gone out of the window because I've been that worried about me four-legged child. Worried about me cat. I was the same with my dogs as well. So I'm on, and we're going to wait for people to come on, and this is like the spiritualist church. Yeah, so I would definitely recommend that if you've got any cats which come in with cuts, if they've been fighting, or dogs or horses. Really good stuff. Pets Purist, they do other things as well. Good stuff. It's UK made as well. Hello there in South Yorkshire. And good evening in Scotland. Good evening in hot southern New Mexico. Yeah, so I was a little bit up a height, so I couldn't get back on. But we had a nice afternoon, didn't we? Did we do some... what did we do? Beginning of the week. I think I pulled some cards out for you guys, didn't I? I answered some personal questions, but I also did some future stuff as well, didn't I? It's a beautiful spring in Maryland, USA. Do you like my pixie haircut? Thank you very much. I had no choice in the matter, guys, because my hair started to snap with the hormonal situation. Good evening, Debbie. You like the videos through the day? Well, you'll be getting more of us this week. So, for new people coming in, I've got my little bell. And it's a bit like coming to a spiritualist church. And we're going to wait a little bit. And then if you need any healing, or if you're worried about a situation, or any persons, animal, any situation, write the name in the comment section, either in the stream or the comment section afterwards. And you will receive free healing and prayers and protection, which I feel we need. I nearly came on, wasn't one night through the week as well, because I was feeling in a very mood of like a prophet energy what was coming through us, and I was getting all these biblical downloads. But then I went really tired, so forgive me, guys. It's a strange thing. As people have been following us for a long time, since I came out onto, I think it was 2017, wasn't it? 2017 when I first came out, did my first YouTube video on YouTube. I've always been a nighttime person, but since the situation of we're getting diagnosed with breast cancer, I now have to go to bed really early. Otherwise, I just go all dreary. I think it's all the medication I'm on. I spoke to them at the centre where I get the treatment, and they said, "How are you feeling?" I says, "I'm feeling absolutely fine." "You got no symptoms?" "No, I've got no side effects." "Well, you must have one side effect." And I says, "No, I don't have not one side effect." And they just couldn't believe it. And they said, like, 1 in 1,000 people sometimes, touch wood, don't get, or should I say touch wood, don't get side effects. And I'm obviously one of them people. I have gone off certain food. I can't even stand the taste of coffee now. So it's definitely like a hormone. It's like being pregnant. It's the only way I can describe it. Not that I'm pregnant, guys. I just thought I would put that out there before those terrible rumours start going out that I'm now suddenly pregnant, because I'm not. Me back would snap. Too old. It's like being pregnant. It's that sort of energy. And I've gone off bananas. Because I was having a lot of bananas in my smoothies, and I've suddenly just gone off bananas. I've got this craving for apple puree, apple pie, apple crumble, anything with apple. McDonald's does the apple pies, you know, the deep fried apple pies. Oh my God. I've seen me ring Just Eat in the middle of the night for some apple pie with ice cream. So that's where I'm at the minute, you know. Strange cravings. Apple crisp, is that what it's called? I really don't know, but anything apple, I would just bite somebody's hand off for, but to be fair. And on this medication, I can't have certain foods. I can't eat nuts, which I'm a bit sad about because I do like nuts. Yeah, chemo changes your taste buds, doesn't it? And so does immunotherapy as well. I like peanut butter. I'm a big fan of that. I can't eat that. What else? Beef. Not that I was eating any old beef. I was eating like the grass-fed beef. If I was eating meat, you can't have that. And I don't know why. I don't know if it makes you sick or it just stops the medication working. But it says don't touch it and don't eat seafood. Well, I don't eat seafood anyway because I'm allergic to seafood. Has anybody else been going through any treatment and been told they can't eat certain food? Yeah, I know, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but not apple blinking McDonald's, what they're called, the deep fried things. Yes, an apple, but not that. Sugar's inflammatory, exactly. So I'm trying to be good. But yeah, it's just one of them things. But I've been, like I say, I've been very distracted this week because of my little cat. So we've got Kelly here in the audience here. Louise, I've had breast cancer and I'm from Newcastle. Good evening, Kelly. Whoa, Jodie. Yeah, it seems to be on the rise at the moment, doesn't it? And I still think it's what they're putting in the food. I really do. It's got to be. Something strange is going on. So we have /Pine 001 here in the audience. When I was going through chemo, I craved macaroni cheese. Isn't that funny? Isn't that really funny? So it is. It's like these cancer therapies. It's like you're going through. It's like a pregnancy craving thing. That's the only way I can describe it. So you've just got to eat what you fancy, really. I don't know. I don't know if it's too much iron blocks the treatment. I really don't know. But I didn't want to really take that chance and start eating beef. Do you know what I mean? what was it? I think grapefruit, but I think grapefruit's on a lot of medication warnings, isn't it? It'll say it on the back of a lot of like medications, don't eat grapefruit. I haven't had a grapefruit for ages. I've actually got one there. Yeah, well, I do use castor oil anyway. And for anybody who doesn't know, I've actually got rid of it. I had Barbara O'Neill, yeah, she's really good. The castor oil packs, it shrinks it. But I actually got an operation and had it all taken out. This is preventative, the treatment that I'm having. And it's supposed to go on all year, we'll see. But that's where I'm at the minute. But everything that I'm having now is preventative because I had it all taken away, if you know what I mean. But before it was taken away, I was doing the castor oil packs. They're really, really good, I must admit. And not just for that, I mean, for any lumps and bumps. And castor oil is very good for your skin and hard feet. And it's got no nasties in, so it's great to put on your skin anyway. You've got to like take note of what you're putting on your skin and be careful with deodorant. That's another thing because of the parabens, what's in the deodorant, which can cause these things. Because not all breast cancer is hormonal like what I've had. You know, paraben can also cause this. It's been known that they've tested the tumours and they've found evidence of parabens, which is in face creams, body lotions, deodorants, which should be banned, and they're still putting it in. So be careful what you're putting on to your skin. At the minute, I'm currently using organic coconut oil, which is lovely, and I put it on my hair as well. I use it instead of hair gel. But castor oil is absolutely just gorgeous. It's quite expensive. I was using the organic one, and you can get it in the brown bottle. But anyway, I've come on tonight, not talking about all of that. I've come on tonight to scry into this, to see what's going on around the world. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I do. I drink loads of water. I've already had kidney stones. It's not a very nice thing, that, Hazeltine. Nasty pasty. I ended up in hospital. I was told by the sister at the hospital, because the doctor didn't know what was wrong, and she said, "What's the pain like?" I says, "It's like labour." And it was the sister at the hospital who turned around and said that, you know, let's get our kidneys checked. Sometimes the sisters know more than the doctors. And she said she's witnessed 6-foot burly blokes crying like babies on their hands and knees because they haven't been able to pass the kidney stones. Because it's worse for a man, isn't it, than it is for a woman, because it's got to come down that thingy-majiggy. Very, very painful. But yeah, so I had no choice in the matter because my hair snapped. But I think I'm going to keep it short. Everybody says I should suit it short, so I may as well just keep it short and see what comes of it. But I'm actually doing fine. Like I say, I'm craving. I'm trying not to eat sugar. I'm trying to be good. I will never touch another cigarette as long as I live. So, and I've just ordered some trainers, guys, because I'm going to start going and do some walking. So I'm just getting into keeping fit, really. Keep a journal, yeah. Yeah, I've heard wheatgrass is good. Wheatgrass restores. Wheatgrass powder mixed in water or a V8 works wonders. Oh, interesting. So don't forget, yeah, as Sue said, and thank you. And I want to say a big thumbs up, actually, to all the moderators for keeping these two forums safe. But don't forget to give us a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithms. And, oh, thank you, Michelle. Don't get me going on applesauce. I've actually got some in the fridge. I could drink it. That's how bad the craving is. I could drink applesauce. How crazy is that? Pureed apples. Hiya, Marina. All your energy goes into long hair, Louise. Maybe so. Maybe so. Radishes was my craving. I can't eat them. Hazeltine, they give us indigestion. You'll have to comment on the link afterwards and tell us how you overcome your treatments and stuff like that. But I tell you what, my cats have been a godsend. They are little darlings, absolute little darlings. They're so healing creatures to have. You could eat a bag of what? Radishes? Good God, I'd end up in hospital with violent indigestion if I ate a bag of radishes. So my cats are doing fine. One of them's over getting over a bad dose of eczema, and she's got a soft collar on now. But they're doing okay. Cats are very sensitive to energy. I honestly do believe my little Zizi took on board the energy what I was going through, you know. People may think I'm daft. I mean, but she lost nearly practically all her fur around her neck. Bless her. And I think she's took on board, like sucked off whatever I've been facing. I really do feel that. She's such a sensitive little girl. But she's much better now. Much better. I love pickles as well. I could sit and eat through, you know, like the big pickles. I could just sit and crunch through them. And it's strange because you like that they're quite hot, the pickles, aren't they? Yet Heinz tomato ketchup makes my mouth sting. It's really strange. Really strange. So let's start. So let's get my cup of tea. We've got now 587 in on both forums. I like beets as well. Beetroots are very good for you. I eat a lot of greens, you know, I eat a lot of greens and fruit and vegetables in my smoothies. I'm massive into smoothies since this situation. Oh yeah, Hazeltine, they're the best, aren't they? Beetroot's good for your, it's good for your bloods, it's good for your heart. It's basically, they're just really good for you. And black pepper apparently is good for the HER2 cancer, what I've got, or should I say battling against, beaten, is HER2 cancer. So black pepper, it doesn't like black pepper. So I've been using a lot of that on my food as well. You'd be surprised how many people are suffering so much with different things. You can't do pepper? I love spinach and kale. So Caroline Hunter here, good organic farm near Hexham. There is. There's a one Baysleep. Have you been to Baysleep Farm, Caroline? It's Bladen, I feel. Is it Bladen? Really, really good. Anyway, Let's start. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel. I ask my faithful spirit guides, Jed, White Buffalo, Running Star, Lady Direwolf, A2I, and Ra, and any other star beings, angels, anybody from the spirit world, the animal kingdom, the fairy elementals, star beings on world, off world, telecommunication, or from the spirit world who would like to come forth to give us true answers tonight in this circle of light. Anybody who needs answers or prayers, write your name in the comment section and you are protected in the circle of light tonight. With love and light, love and light, love and light. So be it. Amen. Look at that. I don't know where I found this. It's so strange. I've got a penny here and it's got yes there and it's got no there. Don't ask me where this has come from. It might have been from some kit I bought or something, fortune telling thing. But I might use that tonight. We'll try it out for a bit of fun anyway. And I think my little Zizi liked them bells. Do you need your healing, baby? You haven't been... Oh, she's purring, guys. She's purring. Mummy's little doll. You need that healing, don't you, baby? Animals need the healing too. It's an interesting coin, isn't it? I was watching something on YouTube the other night about coins, and apparently... Check your pennies, guys, and your dimes and that, because some of these pennies and old 20p's and, well, all around the world, just check, you know, how they're changing the money and that. But with the pennies and the dimes and the, is it dimes? What is that your equivalent to dimes, to pennies? Or is it cent? I really don't know. Anyway. And you've got the 20p's and the 5p's, this and the 50p's and the £2 coins. There's only so many of them around where they're worth thousands. So you'd have to get them checked out. I've always said keep a hold of your coins because they'll be worth something someday. And the 50p's with the Queen's heads on, you collect coins? Make sure it's not from a Ouija board. Well, I've never possessed a Ouija board, but I know what you mean. Has it come from a Ouija board? I really don't know. I'll bless it before we use it. I think I'll put something on it. Don't get a bad feeling from it. Right, so where do we start? It's all crazy, isn't it? It's all crazy what's happening. Somebody had sent me a video, I think it was Michael, and I just opened it before I come online, about that is Lily Beth's You know, is it really Meghan Markle's kid? It's some woman has come forward and said that she's claiming, you know, that she's the real mother. I'm going to pull some cards out on it. I believe it's a hoax, but we'll look into this. What about the helicopter crash in Iran? I'll look into that as well. I don't know anything about that. Can you tell me what's happened with that? I've been in a flap and a panic all week, running backwards and forwards to vets and doing readings and that. What's happened with the helicopters? Dear God. Let the star beings know I'm ready to be picked up. Yeah, and a lot of the other part of Earth as well, isn't it? Here in bedrock. The president of Iran, isn't it? So what's happened with the helicopters? Can somebody explain? So Lady Colin Campbell's been also talking about it. Well, let's have a look about these babies. Let's have a look. Oh, he has passed. Okay. It's crashed. Right, so the helicopter's crashed. Iran's president crashed. Rescue cannot find him. Well, that sounds a bit dodgy. He was on the helicopter and they can't find it. Well, that sounds very dodgy, so we'll look into that as well. Dear God, let's get a cup of tea. The president of Iran's helicopter has gone down and they are searching the woods for it. Let's do the baby thing first. Right, we need a true answer. Oh yes, P. Diddy thing. It's horrible, that, isn't it? I have to keep reminding us that there's the loops going around. Mind you, it's very foggy over here tonight. Extremely foggy. It's like old London town out there, you know, like Jack the Ripper. It's really creepy. It's thick of fog. We've got a saying in Newcastle, you know, it's a song, and it's called Fog on the Tyne. The fog on the Tyne's all mine, all mine. The fog on the Tyne's all mine. And it's like that tonight because of the fog coming off the Tyne. Okay. One more. We want to know, spirits, guides, give us a true answer on the situation with Meghan Markle's children. Is it true what they are saying about Lilibeth? Is it Lilibeth Diana? That's her middle name, isn't it? The fog and the Tyne is all mine, all mine. The fog and the Tyne is all mine. Okay, this is interesting. Right, so, I'm going to be pulling some more cards out because I'll go on my instinct as well, not just what the cards are saying. But there's definitely some sort of secrets connected. We've got the upside down magician. But remember, we're living in very deceitful times on Earth as well, where you just don't know what to believe anymore. There's so much garbage out there, and it's like trying to sift through what's true and what's not true. This is a little girl, and it's upside down. I'm going to be pulling some more cards out on this. There's like secrets around a little girl. And that's quite interesting. Wait a minute, I'm going to sneeze. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness me. Excuse me. Secrets around a little girl. But we've also got that's like backstabbing, ruin, making stuff up. Deceit is in the air. Deceit is in the air. Money was exchanged. Money was exchanged. Now you can look at this many different ways. Was money exchanged for a surrogacy? Or was money exchanged to make lies up? But apparently the latest is that Harry had done something with this woman. Is that right? And apparently they paid to get the baby off her or something. So I'm not so sure if that bit's true. But we do have, there is some lies here and there is some cover up. There was definitely money. There was money exchanged, cover up. Right, okay. So I'm getting a lot of knights, I'm getting a lot of kings here. This is media. We have to be careful what we're absorbing. And we've got the Emperor card. So these children are royal children. They're definitely Harry's kids. Definitely Harry's kids. The question is, are they Meghan's? The question is, are they Meghan's? According to these cards, yes, they are Meghan's. So where's the money coming in from? Is it people who are making money online for the lies? Is it people? Is the hidden snake, how can I put this, more slithery and slimy than we know, because it gets into people and it allows people to go viral with lies. So it keeps people away from the truth. But I'm being told here that she is the mother of these children. So the money exchange here is to do with lies and deceit for lies to come out. Lies to come out. I'm just going to double check this. There she is again, the little girl. She's definitely a royal baby. She's definitely the physical mother. Now, that's not saying that he hasn't had affairs or he hasn't done things. I believe that he possibly has done things. But it's not really important, really, in the whole scheme of things. But what I'm getting here is because it's in the news and it's flying about the internet, it's not going to go anywhere, shall I say. So whatever this woman who has come forth and said this, that she is the true biological mother to Lilybeth, I don't feel it's going to come to anything. Okay? So that's what's coming out with that. It's not going to come to anything. So people selling their stories to media for the money. That's what I'm getting. People who are making money out of stories. Remember, we're living in very deceitful times at the minute. The new insight to let's get insight to the new portrait of the King Charles. It seems very dark, doesn't it? My thoughts on it is, yes, I totally agree. What I can't understand is, right, he didn't seem to be insulted by it, did he? And if somebody drew something like that about me, I'd be quite like mortified or horrified. It's like, and it makes you wonder if the artist was taking the pee or not. You know what I mean? Was he being sarcastic or was he being damn well serious? But it definitely looked like he was coming out of the gates of hell with all the flames and that. Each to their own, basically. Each to their own. But that's the thing with artists and that. They just, he's perceiving like how he sees Charles is in a load of flames. All that evil. But he liked it, exactly. He actually liked it. And I mean, he's obviously, I don't think he's that thick-skinned either. I thought he would have been ultra-sensitive. What I've heard, how he can throw wobblers in the palace and moods about his toothbrush and if things aren't right. So I just thought it was a little bit creepy. Very creepy. But then again, we're living in very strange times and it's how this artist is perceiving him. But again, nothing's going to come from it. Do you know what I mean? It's just a picture that someone's drawn. And you can take it many different ways, but to me, it's like taking the pee, really. Do you know what I mean? It's like taking the pee and it's like showing the world of what he is or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It is symbolic, and I would say that there's more situations like that to come. But I just think what a waste of money and a waste of time. But there's people dying all over the world, and then he's standing there having a portrait done, which isn't just it's not a very nice portrait. Do you know what I mean? It just goes to show how crazy this world is. And there's a symbol with this. The sign I'm getting is that it's not just that a man's come forth and he's painted a painting of King Charles, which looks quite devilish. It's showing you where the world is now and how we're being so distracted when there's bigger things going on in the world. It's all distraction tactics, exactly what Ben Hart's put here in YouTube, right? And this is where we're at the minute. It's all distraction tactics. And I'm going to say something what Daisy has just put here from Twitch. The elite love to use red and black. It is a sign of black witchcraft. Did you know that? Spell casting can come in many different ways, yes. But he's also a Scorpio. You could look at it that's interesting what Kat's put here. King Charles is a Scorpio, not only as a symbol as a scorpion, but also a phoenix rising from the flames being reborn. You could look at it that way. I personally wouldn't look at it that way, but that's somebody's thought of that, you know what I mean? I just think it looks devilish, but that's my opinion, yeah? But like I say, it's all distractions. It's all a distraction to a bigger thing, what's going on this planet. What's that? 3 wise monkeys. I keep getting that. I've been getting it for the last couple of months now. See no evil. Is it see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, something like that. 3 wise monkeys. As above and below, everything's going on at the minute. We'll have to keep focused. There's many different ways how you can look at somebody who's painted somebody what's nearly all red. I mean, red's chi energy, it's dragon energy, it's fire, it's passion, it's the lower chakra. It doesn't always mean evil. But I just think it's just very odd, and I just think that, but this is what I mean, we're going to get a lot of odd stuff, what's going to happen, and a lot of distractions. Let's pull some cards out on Catherine, because I've got a few people asking about Catherine, what's going on. Because again, we've got a lot of, it's how you perceive it. That's what I'm going to say. It's how you perceive it, because we're all being tested. We're all being tested by a bigger thing, what's out there. Everything's frequency, everything's energy. But like I say, King Charles wasn't bothered about it. He wasn't phased at all, was he? Let's see what's going on with Princess Catherine. Let's see how she's doing. Because again, there's loads of stories out there how she's been done in by William and excuse me, she's not here. Blah-de, blah-de, blah, and all of that. This is coming straight from the horse's mouth. When you're going through cancer treatment, the last thing you want to be doing is, you can't look glamorous every day. You can't be out there working so hard as you have been. Let me see what's going on with her. 7 cards on Catherine, please. The thing is, like what Ruth's put here, Ruth writes, I do not believe that children were born of Meghan. Doesn't matter if you believe it or you don't believe it, it's never going to be proven. That's what I'm saying. It's my take on is that she is the mother of the children, but it's never ever going to be proven. And I will show my arse in the Vatican window if that is not the case, because it's not true. And I'm telling you now, it's never going to be proven. Like there's people out there saying, oh, Diana's going to suddenly appear. Diana's going to suddenly appear, you know. That's not going to happen either. And I've had many arguments with people, you know, that's not the case. Diana isn't going to suddenly appear. Or Elvis. Or Elvis. I actually feel sorry for the kids. They're the ones who are stuck in the middle of it all, between Harry and Meghan and all the farce. Right, so she's very depleted. Catherine's very, very exhausted. And I believe she's taking it day by day. She has a good day, she has her bad days. She spends a lot of time with her family in the garden. She's massively researching into food. She does a lot of smoothie stuff. Allergies, intolerances. you name it, she's gone deep down that bunny hole about food. Well, normally I would say I'm going to show my arse and Phoenix window, but not many people. Not many people in the US would know what Phoenix is. It's a department store, by the way, and it's a rather nice department store. But I just thought I would say tonight the Vatican, just to be just go a little bit more upbeat and say the Vatican. I'm sure I would get arrested if I did that. But hey ho, that's what I think to the Pope. But there you go. I'm a bit like Sinead O'Connor tonight, aren't I? I come from Catholics in the family and that, do you know what I mean? But it's the way I feel tonight. Nobody should be above anybody, or we should not be above anybody else. The world's gone very dysfunctional. She hasn't been feeling very good recently. She's still alive. I do feel that, has she not made an appearance recently? Because if not, she's due to. She's due to. I'm going to say this, it's not so much a physical thing. I think it's a mental thing, it's an emotional thing. When somebody says to you that you've got cancer, it totally changes your life. You never ever go back to the way you were. You look at life so much differently. You don't take things for granted the same. You don't take things for granted. I believe she's been seeing a lot of homeopathic people, not just doctors. Sometimes she's been going out, or they've been getting her out to different places, but mostly the people have been coming to her. The treatment, I don't know if there's been any witnesses of her coming and going. I know there's a lot of people in this audience tonight saying she's already passed, but my understanding is, my psychic take on this is that she's still alive. And it doesn't matter, you know, there's going to be Kate who's going to suddenly appear in a few months. And, you know, then there'll be people out there saying it's not Kate. So you can't win. You literally can't win. This is where we're at now on Earth. This is where society is at. And I think we're all in our own different realities. But looking at this logically and what I do feel she's genuine. I do feel she's genuinely still alive. Okay? And I believe that she's overcoming treatment. I did say in one of my last lives that I felt she'd had the bracts. That's my take, my psychic. I'm not saying she's got that. That's what I psychically feel. And I don't just think it was abdomen. I think she had more done. I'm just going on my instincts of the way the whole thing's been. Because she was in longer than she should have been into the hospital. You can recognise it when you're going through it yourself. But she's still alive. I don't know what's wrong with people. Maria Rossi has. What's wrong with people saying Catherine is already dead or brain dead when she's actually battling cancer? Exactly. It is disgusting. Yeah. But yeah, the BRCA gene, that's what I feel. That's what I feel she's got. So I don't feel she had breast cancer. But I feel she's had more than abdomen treatment. That's what I feel. I'm not saying I'm correct or I'm right, but I think that she was in extra long time. And I do believe that She's had preventative treatment. But there she is there. She's going to be fine. She's coming out as the Queen of Cups. So she's getting the right help. And then who better than a father-in-law, King Charles of England, who's also in to alternative medicine. And don't forget, he was into growing his vegetables in his garden, and he was into organics this and organic that well before he was crowned king. So I think that there's a lot of conversations about all of this. Does that make sense? Getting back to King Charles, I don't think he's going to be king for long. That doesn't mean anything's going to happen to him. I think he's going to step down at some point. But they're waiting and they're hanging in there until Catherine's better. Because you've got to understand, if Charles abdicates, is that the right word? Abdicate or comes out of it, William will step in, and then they're going to have to arrange a coronation. So that's going to be a massive thing. And obviously Kate would want to be there. But at the minute, he's got a lot on his plate, looking after the family, doing whatever he's doing for his royal duties, as well as looking after his wife. So the last thing they need at the minute is a coronation. So they're biding the time. I actually do feel at some point that Princess Anne's going to step in and do. I mean, Princess Anne does a lot anyway, but this is what I feel. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities out there, seeing things, making stuff up. And it doesn't matter if you like them or you don't like them. Do you know what I mean? Anybody will tell you what makes a good psychic is what you do is you lift out of the situation and you take out what you feel about that person, and then you look at the situation from bird's eye view. And that's the way I do it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not so keen on Meghan, but at the same time, I look at it logically. Does that make sense? Even though I'm not so keen on Meghan, I do believe that Meghan and Harry are playing out a soul contract. They signed a soul contract that them two would be together to bring these children into this world, to break something. Harry's got a big chip on his shoulder. He's got a lot of healing to do. Don't forget, he's very marked, but he was also very spoiled. William would be very marked as well, because they both lost their mother very, very early. But Harry is very, very spoiled. There's an old footage, actually. It's so funny. And it's Diana, and I think it's when she left Charles, and she was I'm not sure where she was. She might have been in her own home somewhere. But anyway, she was getting interviewed, and the boys were just little. And obviously William was being good. And she was saying, Harry, stop it, Harry. Harry, no, be good, Harry. And she was saying, don't do that, Harry. And so obviously he was being very naughty in the background, and she was trying to do this interview. So Harry's always been a handful. But you've got to look at genetics, and you've got to look back to what we are like and how we take after our ancestors. I tell you who Harry reminds me of, and I'm not just saying because of his red hair, but he reminds us a lot. And I don't mean like where he would go around chopping people's heads off like Henry VIII did with his wives. But Henry VIII was very spoilt by his grandmother. Margaret, I can't think. Somebody, if anybody knows, Boham? Is it Boham? Anybody knows any different on history? Comment on the link below. But yeah, so Henry VIII was very spoilt by his grandmother, Beaufort. Is it Beaufort? Beaufort. Probably pronouncing it wrong. But anyway, so he always got his own way. And he reminds us, if you watch The Tudors, it's actually, I think it was a BBC series, it's really good. And it shows how he had a lot of tantrums. Harry's like that. And he demands, yes. Beaufort. But Margaret Beaufort spoilt. He spoilt him. So the karma is off the charts with what's gone on. There's been all sorts of things what's gone on over the centuries, as you know. And I mean, they haven't got a really good reputation if you want to go into it really, really back. And then there's the Spencers. Exactly. So we're all playing out we're karma, you know. Remember when I channeled Princess Diana? It was on the other channel, actually. So if you go onto Daily Spiritual, you'll find it. I'll link it afterwards in the video on YouTube. And I channeled Lady Diana Spencer. And she said that Harry had the Spencer spark. And so there must be something on the Spencer side which was very sparky. Again, I believe that Diana, because I channeled her from spirit, that she's in the spirit world. So we're all playing out our karma on this planet, each and every one of we. It's not just about, you know, we haven't just come back to heal and to change the world and to teach and to tell. But some of us have just come back to clear our own karmic roots. And some of us have come back to clear our ancestral karmic roots. So if there's many of you in the audience tonight and you're feeling like life's been really hard for you, like it's been too much. Like all people get bad luck, but then some people get worse bad luck. If you feel like you're in that category, it could be that you're clearing away your ancestral roots. What does that mean? It could be many things. It could be where your great-grandfather was cursed, so you've come back to change that so it doesn't carry on into the next generation. A lot of empaths are going through that at the minute. So Margaret Beaufort, mother of his father, Henry VIII. It was the grandmother, wasn't she? She was the grandmother to Henry VIII. And she adored Henry. Okay, so again, before we shut this down on the royal family, I do believe, and I'm going to stick with it, Catherine's still alive. I do believe that she's not out of the woods yet, but she's going to be absolutely fine. When I say that, I don't mean that in a nasty or a derogative way. It could just be that, well, we'll all have a 5-year thing on it, don't we? We all have a 5-year thing. And I believe in thinking positive. It could be that just going through treatment. I know Catherine's going through a slightly different treatment to me. So I'm going through immunotherapy and targeting drugs. Catherine's going through chemotherapy. And if it is AC, which I nearly got, it's a very heavy one. AC. Usually you lose your hair with it, or you feel really poorly. So, is she at that stage? I believe that she's possibly yes. But she's a warrior, Catherine. She's a warrior. And she's going to beat it. I love the star card. The star card's the best card in the pack. It gets to the end of the journey, you get the Fool, and then after the Fool, when the man loses everything, after that is the Star. It all starts again. She's going to be fine. So yeah, there's a lot more dramas to come there, but they're all distractions. I'm going to have to look into to see what the hell is going on with Iran in the president. Is it the Prime Minister, did they say over there, or the President? The Prime Minister of Iran, and with the helicopters. She's a warrior because she's got 3 kids. Exactly. I had put a little post out, you know. You'll have to check it out. On my Facebook business page. I had made it. It was a little bell thing. Because I'll still say this. For the people who get to ring the bell, we're the ones who've had the treatment. But there's ladies out there and gentlemen who don't have the treatment and they still beat the cancer, or they are warriors. Even if they pass, they've fought it in the past, they're still warriors. In my eyes, in many people's eyes, they're still warriors. And they don't get to ring the bell. My lovely mom, my little mom, she had a mastectomy. Funny enough, she had it in the same breast at the same age, 58, as me. And God bless her, she didn't get any reconstruction. She chose not to, which a lot of women do. My mother's not particularly big on top. She was a ballerina, so she was very petite and little. Anyway, she decides she just wears a prosthesis thing, like a chicken fillet thing. But she's a warrior. In my eyes, she's a warrior. She beat it, and she didn't have any treatment at all. And she was grade 3 as well. That was my little mother. She's still alive. And I hope she's watching this now. And I love her very much. So there's many people out there who haven't rung the bell. So I created this little thing for people they can press it and write their name underneath. You'll have to check it out. I'll put the link of my Facebook page in my video, so then you can check it out. And I believe that there's many warriors out there. Many warriors out there. Male as well. Men can get breast cancer, it's not just women. These are cards to see what is going on with Iran, with the helicopters. Straight away, we've got the upside down devil, which is not good. So it's been done on purpose. I'm sending you lots of love. Border Collie is having a breast biopsy, and it's scary. It is very scary, but you're going to be fine. I don't believe that Kate has cancer like I don't. I think she's having preventative. What is preventative? It's because they can't find it. It's just to clear away if there's anything flying around in my cells, my bloods, that could manifest into something into the near future. So that's what preventative is. So I really do believe that she's clear that way. She's having preventative. But it does take it out of you. And you can get very emotional when you're going through these treatments. Even though I've come on tonight and you may see me on a Sunday night and I've got my makeup on and I'm sitting here like this, tomorrow morning I might not look like this. I'm being totally honest with you. I have a lot of crying days and people keep saying, oh yeah, you're strong and that. But I don't think I am. But everyone sees it, and so I can relate. Kate is doing her best. Kate is doing her best, and it's an emotional journey. It's not so much a physical journey; it's an emotional journey. It's a mind thing, and with her being in the public eye, she will want to be out of it. I can totally get that. I chose just to put myself in it, but I'm not famous like Princess Kate. I chose to do this. I chose to speak about it. And to be fair, I've held back a lot. I thought I would have been speaking about it more. Because it's quite a personal journey, and it's up and down. It's mental. It's been mental for me. Not so much poorly, more facing your fears has been a big thing. It's all mental. That's what I believe. It's facing the fears. It's finding the courage, knowing what you've got to do, And I feel what's got me through it is a step by step by step. Like the first thing I had to get through was the operation. And then after that, it was facing the treatment. And that's what Kate's had to do. But unlike me, I've got grown-up children. Kate's got little children. Do you know what I mean? And she's had to protect them children, them little babas, from the evil press, which Diana talked about. The evil, evil press, which will go to any lengths. And it's all about the greed. And it's all about the money. So it's a step-by-step journey that you're on when you're facing something like this. You know? Now, the Iran situation is a completely different bloody thing altogether. This man's been taken out. It's been I've got to be very careful because I'm multi-streaming on here. And, you know, YouTube doesn't like us when I tell the truth sometimes. I might talk in code sometimes. But I am telling you now that there's somebody who's been taken out. The Iran helicopter. We've got the devil here. It was planned. He's gone. It's disappeared. He's gone. It was planned. And there's hierarchy connections with this. How do I put this out there without getting banned? Benjamin Netanyahu. Connections. Double check. Get me a cup of tea. Is it him or is it connections around him with the not the Kremlin? Not the Kremlin. Is it the Kremlin? No, it's not the Kremlin. He's definitely not on this planet. He's not on this planet now. Well, his body is in bits somewhere. It's his soul's left. He's gone. I'm talking about the Iran leader? I've gone all dizzy. Ooh, I might have to have a break tonight. Might have to put a Betty and Bobby on. Oh, thank you. This is why I get so annoyed when people are making things up about Kate, because, you know, I've said this before, nobody is immune to anything, be it either in the public eye or you're not in the public eye. And until you're actually faced with something, you actually don't know how you're going to deal with it. It's a very hard situation. The only thing I can think what Kate's got, a bonus on what I haven't got, is that she'll not have money problems. So, like, if I start working, I don't get, I don't get paid. But with Kate, she's married to the heir, what's going to be the King of England, so she's married into the royal family, so financially she'll be fine. But apart from that, it still doesn't take away the worry of her health. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't take the worry away from her health, God love her. I want to say you've got like the state and then you've got the deep state. I want to say that you've got the church, then you've got the deep church. And it's the same with governments as well. So I'm going into a situation here. What's it called? It's not called the Kremlin because the Kremlin's connected with Russia. But what's it called connected to do with Israel? Is it KGB? What's it called? What's linked with... does anybody know? And I get that there's Mossad. How could I not be honest to God? Right, so there's a link with Mossad. Oh, you know who I've just seen? This is really creepy. I've just seen Ghislaine Maxwell. So maybe there's going to be some big news to do with her because she had names, didn't she? And then they locked her away to get her out of the way. And I've just seen, Epstein. Which is crazy. Mossad connections because her dad was a triple agent, wasn't he? Robert Maxwell. I don't know why I'm seeing their faces. So it's like this was an inside job done. And I'm getting targeting Iran. Russia's going to come next on something. Just going to pull some cards out here. It's about to get really crazy, guys. Right, so Janie Angel, Pascal Navadi, who's that? The Knesset is the Israel Parliament, right? Okay. It's sort of like, it reminds us of like one of my favourite films. Italian Job, isn't it? Is it Italian Job? No. It's all mafia connections. They're labelled as government, they're just mafia connections. Godfather, yeah. But there was a film called The Italian Job as well, wasn't there? That's where we're at the minute. So you've got the three heads of the beast, the DS, right, who are all fighting against each other, and we're being distracted by King Charles getting his portrait done in the flames of fire. When there's bigger things going on, because they're all at it, they're all fighting against each other. That's where we're at the minute, and it's really like The Godfather, what's going on behind the scenes. So Russia's going to strike next with something, and Iran. Let's me have a look. Oh no, I've got a funny feeling about Turkey. It's tarot tonight, isn't it, guys? King of Wands. He's definitely, this was planned. This was definitely planned. like the other situation to do with the in the kibbutz, when all them young people in the kibbutz got murdered, that was an inside job. That was planned as well. They knew, with that iron wall, they knew that they were coming. Inside job. It's like the portrait in Ghostbusters too. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy. But 3 main figureheads, like leaders, with big shocking news to come. So I want you to watch for that. I'm beginning to think that EPSTEIN is still alive, yes. Well, I've always thought that anyway. Do 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 do. Three main figureheads to go down. Going to come forth soon, and they're going to say that they found the helicopter, or they found it, and something about the black box or something, or but it was done on purpose. All eyes on Turkey, definitely. There will be trouble that will flare up, and it's regarding the Middle East, yes, because they want to join the EU. There's more shocks to come and more attempted assassinations to come with different leaders. This is awful. I feel like I'm the bearer of bloody bad news here. This is for entertainment purposes only, guys. For anybody who out there, this is my psychic opinion. Turkey is helping with the search. Well, there's something coming from Turkey. Something's coming from Turkey. Mossad. So, did it explode out of the sky? Is that what happened? Because that's what I'm seeing, unless I'm seeing something else to happen. I'm seeing some aircraft getting exploded out of the sky. So that's not happened with that one. That's to come with something else. I'll be doing personal through the week, Johnny. Any personal stuff maybe tonight. I missed it last time. I'll be doing it through the week on Twitch. And I might multi-stream at some... I'm going to do a medium show multi-stream at some point. For YouTube as well. It was reported as a hard landing, so they've actually found it. They wanted him out of the way. It's not an accident, but they're going to say it is. But it's, they've wanted him out of the way. Like they wanted a lot of other people out of the way as well. Should we have a 5-minute break? I'm going to go make a cup of tea. Now, I don't normally go on as long as this, but I'm going to go on for another half an hour afterwards. I'm going to check out... Yeah, I know. Oh, Hazeltine, try green treats for your kitties. Oh, they sound so lovely. Oh, I'm definitely not smoking, Teddy, don't you worry. I'll never put another one of them dirty sticks in my mouth. No, I'm just going to make a cup of tea. I'm just going to have nip to the loo. Nip to the loo, my darling. I'm going to make a cup of tea and then just need a few minutes. Right, now, I don't know if Betty and Bobby's going to work. Should we try it out? Definitely no cancer sticks, so don't you worry there. Give us 2 minutes and see if it works. Did that work there, or did it sound distorted? Did that work, the Betty and the Boppy there? Did it work? Yes? Right. Give us 5 and I'll be back in a minute. Okie dokie, give us a 5-5 if you can hear me. I'll just refresh my chat. Let's refresh my chat. Hello. I've got a nice cup of PG tips here, guys. Cheers. Now like a British cup of tea. So if anybody wants a reading, you can contact me. I'll put the link in the description after the reading, after this stream. So, but you can email us at louise.m.jones@hotmail.com. So that's LOUISE, Louise.m, that's my middle name, Michaela, by the way, .jones@hotmail.com. And I do offer private sittings. Oh, we've got Nola coming in. Do you want to come and say hello? Come and say hello. Don't click Mummy's seats. Yeah, we come. Now, do you want to come over this way? Now, don't knock the stream off. My good girl. Oh, she's sitting on the tarot cards. She's such a big girl. And then we've got lovely Nala and lovely Zizi. Our sores have dried up, right up with that spray, guys. Just need the fur to grow back over again. Yes. Well, we've got Zizi is the Trump supporter, I believe, and Nala is the Democrat. Don't ask me why I know she's a Democrat. She's told her she's a Democrat because I'm an animal communicator, but she's not keen on Biden. Isn't that right, my darling? She reckons that there's a lady coming back. There's a lady coming back into play here, so I don't know who that is. But Zizi is definitely a Republican through and through, and I'm going to get her a little red t-shirt. I'm daft as a brush, me. Isn't that right? I think on the night of the election, on the US election, I'll have to get a little red rosette for my little black cat and a little blue rosette for this one here, this tiger. It's Mummy's girl. My girl. Are you my girl? A lot of leaders are going to be stepping out. Definitely. There's going to be a lot of new people what's going to come into play. Nala's just nearly sat on the crystal ball there. I'm going to pull it out in a minute. You like Zizi more? Oh, little Zizi. I'm going to pull some cards out for the week ahead, and then I'm going to do some scrying into the crystal ball and see what the ball has in store. Can you move your big paws? Can you move your big paws? Let's pull 7 cards out and see what's going on for the week ahead. Oh, thank you. What do you think? It's only makeup, you know. Alright, so we've got the Page of Cups, we've got the King of Cups, and we've got... Oh, we've got the Ten of Swords. So there's something strange coming out there, isn't there? We've got the King of Wands. We've got the Strength. And we've got the Four of Wands. So, don't go on there, baby. Don't go on there. So take the Four of Wands away from the Ten of Swords. Wands is weak, so 4 away from 10 is 6. 6 weeks. There's going to be huge announcements to do with some male in the public eye. I'm tying between Trump, Biden and King Charles. Or it could be all three of them. But I've just had a flash there again of Benjamin Netanyahu. I don't know if you know if I'm pronouncing this right. Benjamin Netanyahu. The leader of Israel. I'm getting some shocks to come out with him. I'm going to give you some dates here. So I don't know if you want to write these down. I'm getting 4, 6 and 11. What's the number 55 for? Who's giving you 55? 4, 6 and 11. So that could be like the 4th of a month or the 6th. 4th, the 6th could be June. I think June's going to be explosive. There's a lot of deceit to hit the screens. There's a lot of shocks and distractions to come out. But this week coming in, something's coming out about economy, but also to do with there's a scandal to come out to do with a big firm or an organisation. So remember that. I also want to say that we need to prep, and I've said this for a long time. There is something weird in the air. It's like that song by Phil Collins. It's in the air tonight. I can feel it in the air tonight. And it's something to do with the economy. It's coming. I'm feeling it. It's funny you should say that about people are getting sick again. I've been out and about today. I went and got some bits of shopping and that. I was with my daughter-in-law and my granddaughter. And funny enough, I've been playing chess this afternoon with my 7-year-old granddaughter who just picked it up like that. Does anybody else like playing chess? Now, they don't want to see your bum. What was I saying? I'm going off track here. Yeah, prepping, but there was a lot of people in the shops today and they had masks on. Excuse me. I was going to the hospital the other day and I was in the taxi and the taxi driver goes, "Look at that silly woman." And she was driving this great big posh car, like a like one of them 3-boy, like the great big nice cars. And like the Rover cars, and she had a mask on and she was in the car on her own, and I thought, what is the point in that? I've seen loads of people today driving around with masks on as well, and people going into shops with masks on, so I don't know what's going on. I've been told that I've got to be careful because with germs, with the treatment, I'm aware of that, so I'm trying to be careful. I'm telling people if they come to the house not to come to the house with any germs. But I can't understand people who are driving on their own in the car with a mask on. It doesn't make sense, does it? There's something. Is it in the air? Is it in the collective? Or are people just generally in fear and it's in the air? Or are people generally getting sick? But something's coming and I can't put my finger on it. But I keep getting the economy. I don't know if it's going to affect the economy or there's something happening with the banking system and it's going to go down. But there's something about economy. It's coming out very, very strong. I'm just reading some of the, it's like paranoia, isn't it? But they feel the need or they want. Like I say, I've been told that I've got to be careful if I'm going into crowded places. But I mean, I haven't. Do you know what I mean? I haven't. I've just been upping on all my vitamins and that. But I mean, obviously, if there's any nasty flus going around, I might have to just keep away. Do you know what I mean? But, which is understandable when you're going through treatment. But I can't understand. I'm feeling it. I'm seeing it on people just exactly like the last time. It's in the air. I'm feeling it. I'm seeing it. Is anybody else, like in this audience tonight, are they seeing it? Are they witnessing it when you're going into shopping malls? Because it's happening over here. But to see a masked person driving in the car alone is just weird. Check monkeypox. Don't know about that. It is weird. It's just something I'm feeling and what I'm witnessing at the moment. It's something gonna happen where we're gonna be restricted again. And I'm not saying this as doom and gloom or to fearmonger. I'm just seeing like a judgment, it's like, look at that, it's like the trumpet coming out the sky. But it's restricting humanity. And I'm actually getting like military energy. Always get the military when I look at the King of Swords. Like military on the streets, that type of thing. That's quite autumn, winter. So at the minute we're coming into British summertime soon. But I want to see by the end of the year, it doesn't look very good in the streets of the UK. Look, we could hit a hard winter. There could be gas prices what could rise again. We could have fuel problems. So we need to prep for this winter. So the week ahead is very strange. Is everybody's getting on with their life? There's going to be something big global what's going to hit. Let's recap. And it's got something to do with something big going down, or an organisation, or something what's going to be out there on world news. Also feel that there's going to be a retaliation from this Iran situation. Well, this is very true, Graham. What Graham's put here in Twitch. Every week in the UK is strange. That is so very true. Because it is very weird at the minute over here, isn't it? Marie on YouTube, Twitter is saying military lockdown for everyone will be across the world too, but happening in the UK over the next 2 weeks. That's interesting. I'm just going to pull 3 more cards out to what this actually could be. Maybe it's the start of something brewing this week coming in. even though all this is happening, you know, we're heading towards the WW3, I'm still can't get it out my mind how bloody brilliant this is. Because this is in my world. My world. This Pets Purist has just healed my little Zizi's fur. I love it. You've got to keep upbeat about things, guys. Yeah, right, we've got trickery, deception, some explosive news to come in. We've got some massive explosive news to come in. I've just seen Trump's face there, so I don't know if there's something big there. I mean, there's somebody else that they want out of the way. They can't wait to get out of the way. There could be some big news there with him within the next 3 days. I don't think it's 3 hours. 3 days, 3 weeks. I want to say it's so true that we need to keep upbeat, because the elite, or whatever they are they really the elite? More like the dark lot, are feeding off our fear. I don't like that word, elite. They shouldn't be that. And as long as we carry on calling them that, they are that. We have to be so careful of our words. June's going to be explosive. I get a weird feeling. I don't know why I'm getting the 27th as well. That's coming through very strong. Distractions left, right and centre. You know how I've said to you before, there's like a 3-way, like a triangular event coming in. And it's like, don't look over there, look over there. It's like it's all happening. It's all happening at the same time. And that's where we're heading towards. We're heading towards that. It'll be all right. But you've got to understand whatever's going on, it's the old system falling. And, the swamp creatures all being revealed. But it's the new earth. You know, you can't decorate that house without a mess. And that's where we're at the minute. Oh yes, before I get into the crystal ball, I want to pull some cards out on this P. Diddy situation. The latest is that there's been footage, as you know, of his ex-girlfriend where he was being abusive with in a hotel corridor. Is that right? But, I mean, we knew that anyway, that he was being abusive and he wasn't nice with her. But it's like more proof, isn't it? Like I say, it doesn't matter if you're famous or not. Nobody is immune to nothing. The video is very, very bad. Very, very bad. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. This is his P. Diddy. He's upside down. So to me, I don't like his energy. He's done some very bad things. There's another whistleblower to come forth. There's somebody to come forth about all of this. Not just the girlfriend. It could be somebody else. And a younger child or a younger person. But the footage is terrible, terrible. And, you know, I think that we're in a society now where everything has to be revealed. Everything has to be revealed. And one of the most taboo, horrible situations is domestic violence. It needs to be stopped. And it's not just women who go through domestic violence, men go through it as well. If you want to get to the nitty gritty, but it's domestic violence, what he did to this woman. I think this is going to go. I think he's going to go to court. It's going to get. There's going to be a lot of people going to come forth. There's talks of that other guy, Harvey, whatever he's called, coming out of prison. I think that there'll be uproars on if that happens. That horrible slime ball, if they let him out. And I think that it's looking like that P. Diddy could end up. I don't know if it's going to get... Well, it looks like he's facing prison. But something will happen to him before then. Because if he goes down, he'll bring the rest of it down. And they'll not want that. They'll not want that. You could be looking at another Epstein scenario here. That's all I'm saying. Just saying. But I'm just the girl what talks to the wall. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But my instincts is that you could be looking at another scenario, a bit like an Epstein scenario here. Do you know what I mean? But to anybody who didn't believe her, you know, it's comrade what he did to her. I mean, it's just not nice, is it? Horrible. I mean, look at all the women what came forward with the Harvey Weinstein situation. There's more rot to come out. I think there's going to be some men who are going to come forth with this situation as well, to do with the Diddy situation. I predict that there may be some men who will come forth as well. But like I always say, people get away with things here, they don't get away with things when they go over and they meet their maker. So there's different timelines. If they get their own way, the dark lot, they'll try and take him out. But if he does go to court, he'll go down. And I believe this ex-partner will have a time said. But she's happy now, isn't she? She's with a new relationship. She seems like happy and safe and settled. Thank God. But it just goes to show it doesn't matter how much money you've got or how famous you are. No worm is not turned. It's all going to start coming out. It's all going to start happening. I think he's panicking because judgment's coming to him. I think he's starting to shit his panties, if you want my opinion. I think it's he's starting to worry because there's judgment coming his way. think that there's something to come out about a child, or there's something to come out about a younger person coming forward, or something coming out, more to come. Remember that. To do with the P. Diddy situation. Let's do some scrying. It's a funny old world, guys. It's a funny old world. As my nana used to say, that you just don't know. There's no stranger than folk, she used to say. That's so true. There'll always be evil on this planet. You can't change the way people are, but you can change the way it affects you. Does that make sense? But we need balance back, because there's been such an unbalancement for a long, long time on this planet. And when I was going to come out through the week, I got really tired. I was going to come out and start talking and getting all these prophecies. I think I'm going to give you some tonight, guys. Maybe it was meant to come out tonight. So you can't ask the ball. I'm just going to use it as a scryer, and I'm going to give you some spiritual messages to shut it down tonight. I'm getting Jed coming in, my spirit guide, and I've got White Buffalo. Good evening, guys. And a little while ago I talked about that the native spirits, this is what they gave me, that they were all roaming, coming through portholes, roaming the lands of America. Karma is coming to America. They are unsettled, the spirits of the lands. I'm seeing Jed in White Buffalo, his father, and they stand up on the mountains. They're looking down the valley, into the valleys. I've got LA, California. They're looking down. Great change to take place on the lands of the United States of America. Great change to take place, he's saying. The Red Bull will be roaring. The Red Bull will be roaring. We are here to witness the great change. The land that was forgotten. The land of the hungry, the land of the fortunate and the less fortunate. We will witness great change. We will witness Christ returning. Before they take over, before the machine takes over man, it is the snake. The snake is everywhere. Satan is here. He is through. You cannot see him. He lives in breath. He lives in words. He lives in fear. We are all being tested, and you have to rise above and be who you need to be in these great times on earth. Machine will take over planet Earth. Machines are here. As I speak, they are producing thousands and thousands of synths. Producing them. The world is what you know, is not what you think. Is not what you think. The skies, the flying machines that you will witness and see. You may think that they are the spaceman.
They are not the spaceman. They are you. Your man. It's all about the money. It is all about the greed. On the 5th hour of the 5th day of a very important day, man will go to war. Man will face great fear. It is short. It's the valleys, it's the two valleys that meet. The S and the E have a connection. When the man stands in snow, he will know the truth. The smoke will come through the valleys, and the smoky mountain. It is written, it is all written, that the machine has already taken over Earth, planet Earth. But we have to take power. Some timelines are simultaneously all running at the same time, and some are ready still to happen. I know this might sound strange that I am saying this. Some timelines have already happened, and some are simultaneously happening at the same time, and some are still to happen. As I look on, as I show you planet Earth 10,000 years from now, it is unrecognizable. Unrecognizable. Yes, man is still on Earth, but very much inhabited into space. Sorry to put that down a minute, I went dizzy. I will say this brief, but the channeler is tired. It is not the aliens that will save you. It is you what will save you. You cannot abolish all the evil of the planet. We can only address it. If I said to you that you were all in a simulation, you would think I was being mad. But you have to see the bigger picture, that Earth is not what you think. Your reality is just a slice of the cake of what you really know. As I said before, they are producing many synths. They are entering backwards and forwards through portholes. Space interdimensional travel is actually happening now. And many of these machines that you are about to see, flying machines, are actually flown by man. There is no such thing as alien beings. It is humanoids across the galaxy, just born on different rocks, different planets. And if you actually came up against one of your brothers and sisters, they would find this very insulting that you were calling them an alien being. The inhabitants of planet Earth have a lot to learn. But what I will tell you is now that many of these star races are walking amongst you But there is much more and many more synths. The creators of the synths, the professors, the scientists, are all, each one, every one of you are all connected to source, good and bad. And this is school. Planet Earth is school. So it is your call. It is your call. So somebody who may take a bad route could maybe days later then correct it and take the good route. You cannot. You only have to concentrate on your journey, what is ahead. Do the best for your friends, your family, your neighbours. Everything else falls into place. What are the synths? Synthetic people that look like people. Many of you may know some of these synths, but know them as humans. They have become so far advanced you can't even tell now who is from flesh and who is from synthetic. They have mastered the gods' particle. What I am saying to you is transhumanism has already taken place on your planet right now. And it is not just as man, half machine. They have intercepted. They are doing this now with weaponry. They have put souls into weaponry. They are far more advanced with technology than you know. But this can be done for good as well as for bad. There is always a polar opposite. What I am saying to you is, it's not the artificial intelligence or the technology what is the problem. It is the restriction and the balance of the frequencies and the energies. And there has been a lot of artificial intelligence that has been held back from humanity, which is keeping you in the dark from the bigger picture, what is out there. To bring you up to date, we are going to take a mass influx, and it is far too far advanced forward to bring us up to date. For example, the next model of the iPhone normally comes out every year or so. This is far more advanced, what they are. They have held back from you. So to bring you up to date, they have to create a global event to then abolish the world that we know, to bring in the technology up to date. What I am saying to you is that we may face on Earth a scenario where everything goes dark, but then everything comes light. And this will bring us into the century what we really should be in. Everything on planet Earth has been ruled by numbers. It is the matrix. Do not be afraid. But what I am saying to you is 10 years from now, planet Earth will be unrecognizable for the technology what is going to come in. How do you know who is synthetic and who is human? The question is, that is for you to find out. Some say there's a certain smell. Some say that some of these synthetics, people, the synths, do not have empathy. But what I am saying to you now is, the synthetics that we have seen do have feelings, do have empathy. And this ranges from good and bad. I am not saying this to fearmonger you, but what I am saying to you is that we are not just human and star races living on this planet, there is synthetics, synths, being programmed right now as I speak. We are making our own world work. We are making our own reality. Watch for the synths to start to come out of the woodwork, and the technology that is going to start to come out into your reality. Everything that is being ruled on planet Earth, you have been told by a number. I am telling you now that planet Earth is a lot older than 2024. Everything it is a distraction. Everything from politics to who is going to be the leader. Everything it is a distraction. It is all a show. What humanity needs to be more concerned about is what is going into the food chain, what is going in your water, about the starvation and the edge of war is a lot more concerning about than who is in office or who is in the White House. One thing I will say to you is that you will return to the past, and the man what was forced out will come back for a short time. But the younger one, the younger Trump, will be the one who will take the stage. I am saying this from a biased point of view. You need to be more concerned about feeding family and the air you breathe. When the lights go out, nobody on earth will know what time it is, because everything has been ruled by numbers. It's a reset. It's the great reset. It is the great crossover. Watch the skies, my friends. The star beings are not your enemies. They have also gone through what you have gone through. They cannot change your timeline. They can only assist. Like I said before, something great is to happen. It will halt everything to bring you back up to the present timeline that you should really be in. Prepare. It does not take a lot. Keep your friends, your loved ones close by. In times of need, a book always comes handy, a candle, and a stove, a portable stove. Blankets, essential needs, and faith. One thing we cannot change on your planet and take away is faith. That is part of being human. We love you all. We come with peace. We come with love. We come with guidance. We have been where you have been. We have walked your planet. We smell your fear. We see you. We feel you. We are your friends. This is Jed. This is White Buffalo. May the force be with you all. Goodbye now. you've enjoyed that, guys. I'm off. I'm off to finish my tea, do some editing, and get to bed. It was quite an interesting one, wasn't it? Good night, God bless. And thank you. I've enjoyed it. And I'll see you again soon. And don't forget to subscribe to my Twitch if you want to see more of us. And I'll see you again soon. Right, I'm off out. I'm off out to... I think I'm going to make some buttery toast. Yes. And get my jammers on. And I'll see you again soon. Bye now. Now, how do I get out of here? Oh, yes.